care and love are essential qualities that we should all strive to embody in our daily lives. It's important to remember that we are not just physical beings, but also spiritual beings, and we need to nourish our souls just as much as we do our bodies. Loving and caring for each other is the foundation of any healthy society. We need to treat others with kindness, respect and empathy, and be there for each other when we are in need. It's also crucial to show love and gratitude to our God, Mother Nature, and all the living creatures that share our planet. Our planet Earth is our home, and we must take care of it. We cannot continue to exploit and destroy our natural resources without consequences. We need to start making conscious choices that protect the environment and preserve it for future generations. One of the most significant things we can do is to stop killing animals for food and sport. We can choose to eat a plant-based diet or reduce our meat consumption to reduce our impact on the planet and respect the lives of animals. We must also stop polluting our water, air, soil, and forests. Every action we take has an impact, so we need to be mindful of the choices we make and their potential consequences. Finally, we need to stop cutting down trees and destroying our forests. Trees are essential for providing oxygen, storing carbon, and supporting countless species of plants and animals. We cannot continue to destroy our forests without risking our own survival. Let we all strive to be more honest, caring, and loving towards each other and our planet. We all need more people who value the peace, who are grateful for all that God gives them and for all that God does not give them, because it is for their good. Gratitude is such an essential quality that we all need to cultivate in our lives. When we focus on what we have and express gratitude for it, we attract more abundance and positivity into our lives. It's also important to remember that sometimes the things we don't receive from God are just as important as the things we do. God has a plan for each of us, and everything that happens in our lives is for our ultimate good, even if we don't understand it at the time. By cultivating a spirit of gratitude and trust in God's plan, we can find peace and contentment in our lives, even in difficult times. And when we share that gratitude and peace with others, we can make a positive impact on the world around us. Gratitude is the quality of being thankful for the good things we have in our lives, whether big or small. When we focus on gratitude, we shift our attention away from what we lack and towards what we already have. This shift in perspective can have a significant impact on our mental health, as it helps us to cultivate a more positive outlook on life. Gratitude can also improve our relationships with others, as it helps us to appreciate the people in our lives and express our thanks for them. Peace, on the other hand, is a state of calm and tranquility that comes from within. When we cultivate peace in our lives, we learn to accept the present moment as it is, without resistance or judgment. This can be a powerful tool for managing stress and anxiety, as it helps us to stay centered and grounded even in the midst of chaos. By combining gratitude and peace, we can create a powerful mindset that helps us to navigate life's challenges with grace and ease. When we focus on what we have and cultivate a sense of inner peace, we can approach difficult situations with a clear head and a calm heart. This in turn can help us to make better decisions, connect more deeply with others, and create a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Ultimately, by valuing peace and gratitude, we can become the kind of people who make the world a better place. We can spread positivity and joy to those around us and inspire others to cultivate these qualities in their own lives. And in a world that can often be stressful and chaotic, that's a truly powerful gift. We should be not consumerists. It is good to have the desire to create more, not to destroy but to build. Our society is often driven by consumerism, which can lead to an unhealthy focus on material possessions and a throwaway culture that harms the environment. Instead, we should strive to cultivate a mindset of creativity and creation, focusing on building rather than destroying. When we focus on creating, we tap into our innate desire to make a positive impact on the world around us, whether it's through our work or our hobbies or our relationships with others. We can use our creativity to build things that bring joy, meaning, and purpose into our lives and the lives of others. Creativity can take many forms, from artistic pursuits like painting or writing to practical skills like building, cooking, or gardening. Whatever form it takes, the act of creating can be incredibly fulfilling and rewarding, helping us to connect more deeply with ourselves and with the world around us. At the same time, by focusing on creation rather than consumption, we can reduce our impact on the environment and create a more sustainable future for ourselves and for future generations. By building things that last, using resources wisely, and reducing waste, we can help to protect the planet and create a healthier, more vibrant world. So let's embrace the power of creation and building and strive to make a positive impact on the world around us. Whether it's through small acts of kindness or larger scale creative projects, we all have the power to build a better world one step at a time. The more people are concerned and take responsibility, the more our world has a chance to become more beautiful and good. When we take responsibility for our actions and our impact on the world around us, we can create positive change and make the world a more beautiful and good place to live. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the challenges facing our world, whether it's environment destruction, social inequality, or other pressing issues. But when we take responsibility for our part in these challenges, we can start to make a real difference. This might mean making small changes in our own lives, like reducing our energy consumption or volunteering in our local community. It might mean getting involved in activism or advocacy work to push for larger scale change, or it might mean simply showing kindness and compassion to those around us and working to build stronger, more connected communities. Whatever form it takes, taking responsibility for our impact on the world can be incredibly empowering. It reminds us that we have the power to create positive change and that we are all part of a larger global community that can work together to create a brighter future. So let's embrace our responsibility to the world around us and work together to create a more beautiful and good world for ourselves and for future generations. The more people who join us in this effort, the greater our chances of success. Consumerism has become a pervasive force in modern society, driving many of us to constantly seek out the newest and best products, regardless of their impact on the environment or our well-being. But this mindset of constant consumption can have serious consequences both for ourselves and for the world around us. Instead, we should focus on creating and building, using our creativity and ingenuity to make the world a more beautiful and good place. At its core, consumerism is a mindset that equates happiness and success with material possessions. We are taught from a young age to believe that we need the latest gadgets, the newest clothes, and the fanciest cars in order to be happy and successful. But this mindset is flawed, as it ignores the deeper sources of meaning and fulfillment that come from creativity, community, and connection. When we focus on creating and building, we tap into these deeper sources of meaning and fulfillment. We use our skills and talents to make something new and valuable, whether it's a work of art or delicious meal or a thriving garden, and in the process we create something that can bring joy and satisfaction not just to ourselves but to others as well. By contrast, consumption is a fundamentally destructive force. It depletes the earth's resources, creates waste and pollution, and often leaves us feeling empty and unfulfilled. When we buy something new, we are essentially saying that the old thing no longer has value or usefulness and must be discarded. This throwaway culture is unsustainable both for ourselves and for the planet. So, what can we do to shift our mindset from consumption to creation? One approach is to focus on developing our skills and talents and using them to create something new and valuable. This might mean taking up a hobby like painting or woodworking, or learning a new skill like cooking or gardening. By putting our creativity to work, we can find new sources of meaning and fulfillment in our lives while also contributing to the world in a positive way. Another approach is to focus on building strong and resilient communities based on shared values of sustainability, cooperation, and compassion. When we work together with others to create something new, we tap into a deep sense of connection and belonging that is often missing in our consumer-driven society. We can create local food co-ops, community gardens, or other projects that bring people together and strengthen our social fabric. Ultimately, the key to shifting our mindset from consumption to creation is to recognize that true happiness and success come not from what we have, but from what we give. When we use our creativity and ingenuity to make the world a better place, we tap into a deep well of satisfaction and fulfillment that cannot be found in material possessions. So let's embrace our innate desire to create and build and work together to make the world a more beautiful and good place.